YouTube. I told you I had something I told you I had something special in store for y'all this week, and I ain't lying. It's right in front of me. It's on my screen. We're gonna react to it together. Anytime you guys want to drop more kills and start off fast, drop control or drop prison. I chose to drop control here because I typically don't land control, and so I wanted to switch things up, spice it up, right? And so we went control here, and trust and believe, it worked out for us.
Enemy dropping.
Go ahead and play it up. Note that there's a bunch of people landing here, of course. Saw that there's one behind me. Don't know where he went. Loadout crate there. That loadout crate is going to play a huge role in me getting off to a fast start here, okay? Take this guy out. Know that his teammates there. I switched because I didn't know how many people were going to push out, and I felt like I was going to lose that gunfight. And so to guarantee myself a kill here, I end up thirsting a guy that's self-resing. Don't do that, please. If you're outnumbered, especially in a situation like this, either chow with a secondary, another secondary that you know is, has a full magazine in it, or just push out and play and then just reset the gunfight. Don't do what I did there. That's super aggressive, and I feel like typically you don't win those gunfights. So got a kill there. Loadout crate right in front of me. You know we have to pick that up. Like, the COD gods blessed me this game. They said, Warzone Prince, we know that you want to drop a banger video. Let's give you a loadout crate. Huh? Just to bless you. And they blessed me, alright. Gotta plate up here. You don't want to do anything but plate up in this situation, because anytime you take on a gunfight, you're going to be at a disadvantage here. And so I want to reset everything that's going on around me, process everything that's going on above me, because I know that there's a ton of people up above. And so I want to plate up and then push in. Sound cues. People landing in. People down low. 2 people down low. 1 up top. There's a lot going on here. A lot going on. As you can see, I don't know what to attack first, because there's so much that's going on around me. I don't know where to go, but I end up pushing the staircase, and let's see how this plays out. One pushed in, ended up catching him lacking, which happens. And so as you guys can see, I stopped aiming downside because for some reason I thought I killed him, but I didn't. So I went in for the thirst at this point. Took him out. Still see that there's 3 down low, plating up. Hear that somebody self-resed. I want to throw that there just to scare him, just to let him know that I'm there, that I hear you guys, and I'm coming.
Soldier incoming.
Need to grab some extra plates here. Make sure that I'm at full health and not at a disadvantage. There's so much going on here. Hear that there's a guy down low. I want to play this aggressively, catch him off guard, which I did. Beautiful shots, beautiful. Hear that there's a guy pushing, and also, actually this is not his teammate. I hear that there's a guy pushing. Slide back out. I end up catching him sleeping. That was just an awkward gunfight. I wanted to keep shooting the door so that he doesn't run through it and break my camera. It played out for me. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but it worked out. We both end up pushing back out and resetting the gunfight and plating up. But as you can see, that there's 2 down low. So those 2 guys, they're teammates. And trust and believe, mind you guys, these guys don't know that I'm solo quadding, okay? It's not like they know, hey, it's just one guy, it's one guy. They think it's a team, right? They think it's a team of 4. It's just one guy. We're setting the gunfight. Hear him down low. Want to grab that vest. I thought he was going to be in that corner, but he ended up pushing inside. Catch him off guard. His teammate happens to be there, and so to keep him off my back, because I thought he was going to push around that desk, I throw a sticky. Throw a Semtex. Keep him off my back. That way I'm able to push out, reset the gunfight, plate up. heard him outside. I thought he was plating up, but I also had I thought he was plating, or I thought he was hiding. Little did he know that I knew he was there. I jumped out, caught him off guard, and he's over here throwing a cluster strike. Little nervous, as you guys can see with the shots. I'm missing a bit. It's because I'm nervous. I feel like somebody's gonna shoot me in my back, because typically you get third partied in Warzone. See that his teammate is landing up above. Oh, he actually jumped on the floor.
Hunt them down.
2 people around me now, and there's a cluster strike up above. Want to play this smart, make sure all my weapons are reloaded. Okay, that someone's pushing. Able to win that. 2 up top, I believe. Again, anytime you kill somebody, you have to make sure that you're looking up above. Anytime you're able to kill somebody, you have to make sure that you're reading the minimap. Anytime you get a kill, make sure you're reading that minimap, because that minimap is your best friend and it's going to save you a ton. It'll basically allow you to figure out where you want to push and where you want to take the next gunfight from. Another person landed in, by the way. I think there's 2 or 3 people. Able to win that gunfight. Now that I look up at the minimap, I see that his teammates are pushing towards prison, towards the tower, but I also hear somebody else here pushing. Caught him completely off guard, and then again, look up at the minimap. There's 2 people, 1 on my level, 1 flying in from above.
Marking the rest of them.
We're setting the gunfight, plating up, and then you want to reload any guns that need to be reloaded. Hear that this guy pushing through some set of doors. I feel like I don't know what he ended up doing there, why he decided to stop moving. Maybe he got stuck in an animation, but of course it played out. It played out for me. It worked out.
We've located the rest of them.
Again, read the minimap. I see that his teammate is landing up ahead. Is that everybody? Yeah, I was surprised. I thought there was more people here. Know that there's 2 people over here. And then a third one ends up coming in. So now I know it's a team of 3. And so in this situation, I'm like, all right, cool. I don't want to push farther in from here because I'm clearly at a disadvantage and they most likely picked up guns. This guy, I caught him off guard. I think he had a pistol. Able to down him. His 2 teammates don't end up pushing in, and then I hear that there's somebody else flying in from above. Throwing a Semtex tossing a Semtex to keep people off my back.
Enemy soldier incoming.
This guy,
Good.
If he would have had a gun, he probably would have killed me, but he didn't.
Marking the rest of the attack.
Lands in, maybe he's a AFK. I have no clue. Again, looking at the minimap, processing all this information that's going on. I know that there's a few people behind me, tents, and I also know that there's roughly around 2 people around this area. Pushing in, because I know that this guy doesn't have a gun. I'm playing this super aggressive. I hear that somebody jumped down below. Hear him sliding up above. I keep shooting just in case he wants to slide in, and then I want to throw another Semtex to keep him away from me and not pushing from that same angle so I can reset the fight. I went down low briefly to check and see if he was going to push from down below, but he didn't. Somebody landed up above. Somebody's opening up a chest. Just playing this off angle. Know if there's somebody around here. And so I want to make sure that I'm catching them off guard rather than them catching me off guard. 31 people left, 11 kills so far so good. Here's somebody around here. There's 2 or 3 people around here. A couple people down low, 1 up top. And the thing is too, I also didn't want to chow this guy earlier because obviously I want to make sure that I'm chowing him whenever I want to. But certain skins you can tell, hey, this guy's going to be sweaty. This guy's going to be an issue. And so at this point in time, it confirmed that this guy's pretty sweaty. I was still able to catch him off guard and able to maneuver myself down the staircase to make it difficult for him to hit his shots. He would technically have to get a headshot at this point to kill me. Down him, reading the map, 1 down low, I think 1 by the buy station above to my right, and then 1 flying in. 1 down low, pushing staircase maybe. Reloading. Able to win that fight. anticipating this guy from the information that I gathered earlier, stating that he was downstairs. In these situations, whenever you're running past somebody and you have to quickly turn around, you want to make sure that you're hip firing, aiming down sight, hip firing, aiming down sight at the same time. So that way you're not stuck slowly moving across your screen while aiming down sight. You can kind of do a combination of both, which you guys can see I did here. One on my level. I should have lost that. I should have lost that. I happen to have the better gunny there on me, and that cipher is no joke. Again, look at the minimap. I see that his teammate is on my level.
In the rest of them.
I push up top to reset the gunfight, and because I'm anticipating this guy to push from up above, as you guys can see, he runs across the screen there. 23 people left, 14 kills. So far, so good. There's the Terminator skin, I believe. So 2 people around me now. Actually, not the Terminator skin. Caught him completely off guard. At this point in time, I think is when I begin to feel it. I was getting into flow state. If you guys know what that means, is essentially where you're moving and grooving, like you can't do anything wrong. And I was like, I'm not losing this gunfight. This is my game to lose. We're dropping 30 plus.
Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
Again, read the mini map. I know that there's a couple people around me. Somebody down low. Somebody up top. Somebody else landing in. So there's 3 people around me. Again, anticipating this guy to push through the staircase. I want to take these gunfights when I want to, not when this person wants to, and so I play this perfectly. Beautiful. 1 down low. Actually, 2 down low and 1 up top. Another thing that I like to pay attention to is the type of surface that these people are running on. You can tell the difference between grass, wood, concrete, metal rooftops, and so make sure you guys are paying attention to that as well. If you guys can differentiate those sounds, you'll be able to basically figure out where these people are and move accordingly. Whenever you're playing control center, you don't want to stay stagnant in one position in one area. You want to make sure that you're running around this entire building and you're taking advantage of the multiple levels, staircases, just different areas that you can take these gunfights from.
Moving ground, moving.
I'm never staying stationary in one position. Again, somebody else just landed in. This guy's pushing in. Terrible timing. This is COD timing at its finest. I wanted to push out by UAV to basically figure out where these guys are at, so I can basically determine how I want to take the next gunfight. Push back in. What's that? There's a trip mine there. There's a guy pushing in. This is a crazy situation to be in. Stay calm, cool, collected, but trust and believe I'm super nervous. Hear that there's somebody else above me. I think he's pushing in. 2 pushed in. Reset the gunfight. Anytime you're in a situation like this, you want to make sure that you're breaking the line of sight and that you're doing your best to play it at a good time, which I happen to do. I honestly should have died here. Reset the gunfight. Hear that there's multiple people around me, 1 up top, a couple people on my level. This guy, he was napping, but he was able to get away. I don't want to push him because I know his team is around him. Reload. Anticipate this guy pushing in. Pre him up top. I hear people up top. There's 1. There's 2 people here. The next best thing to do is to get the hell out of sight. Get out of sight and make sure that you played up as well. And so that's exactly what I did. And I said to myself, if these guys were better players, they definitely would have killed me. But I was able to get away. Picked up a trip mine here, and I see that this guy's pushing because I can clearly hear him. And I know people, anytime they see that there's 1 person, they typically want to push. Get some shots down. I messed up my mechanics there. I was trying to slide in to push him and basically down him, but I wasn't able to do that. Probably a sign from the COD gods from above. Reset the gunfight. Reload. Hear that there's multiple people pushing, and so instead of taking this gunfight with the KSV, I want to take the Cypher. I want to play from a distance. I love this gun, by the way. And so I wanted to basically, at this point in time, I knew that I had a trip mine there, or spring mine, same thing. I wanted to bait them. I wanted them to push in so that one of them can get down, or maybe two. By that spring mine, end up downing one with the cipher, one with the trip mine. Let's see how this plays out. The reason I knew this guy was here, and this is a great spot, and he would have caught me off guard. He reloaded. Let's run that back. Let's run that back. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Down one. Down two. That was it. That was the sound cue. I heard him because he was reloading. Down him. Take him out. Looking for the third. And I know that there's a fourth because I heard him down low, but now he's on my level again. So again, you want to reset the gunfight, play it up, reload, whatever you need to do.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Push in. I see that he's above because, as you guys can see, I wouldn't call it smoke, but you can call it smoke, just to keep it simple. You can see the smoke through the ground that he just slid, so he's up above. Pushing above up top because he thinks I'm going to push through staircase. I want to reset. I want to reset everything that's going on.
Biofail is active.
Let's buy you here.
Prices are adjusted.
Only one here.
Hostile
You hear him
UAV
above
in the
sliding
area.
across? He's to my right. He's up ahead. Awkward gunfight once again. The fact that I hit the side of the door and then I was able to come out and slide around, I broke his camera. He had no clue what I was doing. Again, looking up at the mini-map, there's 3 people around me.
Into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy destroyed.
I thought they were going to push that room, so I wanted to set them up with that little spring mine, but none of them ended up pushing through, which is unfortunate. 3 people down low, most likely getting loady, I think.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
We're setting the gunfight. 20, 19 people left.
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
Just anticipating these guys coming through. There's one. There is 2 on that level, I believe. I go back down because I know that there's going to be a few more there. Catch him now.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Teammate pushing out. Another teammate spawning in.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
And I believe that's another team pushing in from up top. So there's roughly 2 to 3 people in this area. Awkward gunfight. Didn't want to push that. Didn't want to contest that. Had to pull the parachute there because I would have died. I didn't want to slow down my momentum. Buy Yui. I actually bought 2, but I happened to leave one on the ground. But I see that there's 2 people around me up top. Seems like they tried to use the trick on me, but it didn't work out. Just played up, reset. 2 people up above.
Fire fails done. Prices are back to normal.
Hear this guy? This guy just jumped. One on my level. I didn't want to push that gunfight because it's just awkward. I didn't want to be out in the open, get third party by prison, or get shot from up above on the roof from up ahead, and so I chose to reset.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
If there's somebody around me. Hear that there's a guy somewhere around this corner. I should have lost this gunfight. Again, super nervous. When I get a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, my hands begin to shake a bit. I should have lost this gunfight because my thumb, I couldn't hit him, but I was still able to get him down. Super nervous. Hear that there's a guy pushing from around on the front. I want to thirst this guy. If I die here, I want to thirst him. I want to get my kill. This was COD timing at its finest. Ended up catching this guy in the middle of plating up, and let's see how it plays out. Sweaty skin. Sweaty skin, and I knew I had to get him out. So I got him out. There's the UA that I left behind. Want to get inside, get behind cover. Exactly, I don't want this guy to be hiding in a corner, and little did I know. So there's one up above. He's on the same level as me. Checking the staircase because that's where I'm thinking he's going to be at. Jump to the side. He's hiding behind the wall. Scared because I've been farming this team for like the last 20 minutes.
He's terrified of me.
We're at 25 kills in a row. We are on a heater. See that the majority of people are top prison and there's a score streak being called in. I said, let's do it. Let's go for it.
Seems to be up top.
Let's try the third party here. I see that this team to the left is fighting this one guy to the right. And there's a score streak called on this guy. So I was like, this guy has to be winning. Let's grab that kill. Grab that kill. I wanted to grab that second kill, but as you guys can see, the guy to my left ended up shooting me, so I had to play this a little different. Jump down, played up, reset the gunfight. Again, it's about playing unpredictable in these situations. Exactly, we're gonna go around, we're gonna hit this little, whatever you call this, little rope thing. I see that there's two here on my map, so I'm like, okay, let's play behind cover, let's use the cipher, let's play this smart. And I heard a guy sliding to my right, heard him and saw him to my right, but he's not on the mini map. One of them is not on the mini map. Down this guy, it seems like he was sleeping or something. I have no clue. His second teammate, again, sleeping. I have no clue. AFK, an NPC, I don't know. Able to down him as well. Finish him quickly. And when I say quickly read the mini map here. Know that there's another guy on my level. Switch to my KSV. Let's see how this plays out.
Knocking them down.
Beautiful shots. I was not going to lose that. I was not going to lose that. And so I wanted to make sure that I was playing from at an advantage here. I broke his shield. I know that he got behind the AC unit. And so I wanted to slide in with the hip fire, you know, be the aggressive one in this situation. Take him out. He ends up pushing out into the open. I'm behind cover. Easy peasy, especially with the KSV.
We're not losing that, baby. Let's go.
And then I have to lock it back in.
Usual, so
You can see it on my face right there. I was like, man, what's going on? We're on a heater. 7 people left, 29 kills. There was 2 people in grandmas, and I know that there's one top tower. And then there's myself. So that's 4 people. Where are the next 3?
It's done, soldier.
Bot back. I was thinking I was gonna be able to catch that guy off guard. I couldn't. This guy just comes flying out the window. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. So ballsy. Like it's such a ballsy thing to do at this point in time because he plays it so perfectly. I thought I had a grenade there. I didn't. He pushes around. Know if there's a guy top tower. Don't want to get sniped. There's a guy there. I want to lay some shots into this guy. Maybe. Guess not.
Whew. Holy.
Resetting, man. Mentally resetting because palms are sweaty, you know? My palms are sweaty there and I'm nervous. My heart is pounding, shaking. Shaking like a salt shake. I thought there was multiple people up top in tower. Maybe there was, and this guy ended up taking them out. And then again, people down low at grandma's, and I believe they just bought somebody back. So I want to catch somebody. I want to catch somebody sleeping. This guy top tower, a bit of a issue for me. Doesn't affect me. Another buyback. Let's catch this guy off guard. 30. Oh, that's 29. There's my 30. That was robbed from me. 30 kills, 7 people left, a couple people tower.
Got 4 remaining. Stay sharp.
30 bomb, I said it myself. 5 people left. 1 tower, a couple people down low at grandma's. 4 teams left here too. This was a great rotation on my end. Because at this point in time, you have to start playing for the end of the circle. I knew I could run through gas here because I had the gas mask. Again, you have to slow things down at this point in time and figure out where you want to go to next. Let's see how I play this out. Heard another buyback. And I heard this guy shooting from down low. Again, COD timing at its finest. This guy's like literally one shot. Able to steal that kill. I love it. Push down low. Hear that there's somebody flying in, so there's 2 people up top. There's a third. Heard this guy again. You guys have to figure out the difference between hardwood, concrete, grass, and metal. I knew this guy was on my... I didn't necessarily know he was on my roof, but I heard him. The sound cue gave it away, and this guy really thought he could put it on me. Melted him. Played it up, was setting. See that there's a guy taking one of those things where you can fly up above. So I know that there's one person up above. One person on my roof. He's getting shot at. 1v1v1v1 until that person got thirsted.
3 squads left in
One. There's two. Third one's down low.
the war zone.
Placing shots into him just to clear the area. I hear that this guy's sliding around. I push down low because I hear him down low. I caught him running right into me, which is perfect. Last guy up above. 1v1. There we go. At this point in time, what I was thinking is I'm going to play the gas here, and I have 3 stimmies. So I have the advantage. Again, it's about making sure you're taking gunfights where you have the advantage in every single gunfight, which I did in this particular moment. His gas mask was probably at full health. That's probably why he jumped out so late. And so let's see how this plays out. Just waiting. Again, I don't want to push into this wide area. I don't want to push into this area right here because there's no cover. And he could be a good player. Looking at my health. Hear this guy jump. Parachutes over. Missing some shots because I'm nervous.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Yes!
There you have it.
Yes!
You have it.
Yes!
Yeah, flex on him. Because I thought this guy was gonna play it differently on top of the roof. But since he took so much damage from the gas, he was like literally one shot regardless of the fact that I was missing shots because I was so nervous. My hands were shaking, palms were sweaty. Eating mom's spaghetti, if that's how it goes. But we were able to catch the victory, which is insane to me. I was super excited, super stoked.
Yes, man.
First time
Let's
ever.
freaking go!
Exactly, let's freaking go, baby.
That's what we needed,
That's
bro.
what we needed. It was a long session. It was a long session that day. Things weren't going my way, but I didn't let that discourage me, and I was able to get the job done.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. If you guys enjoyed this episode, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget
There
to
you
like,
guys
comment, and
have it.
subscribe.
Solo quads.
Holla at your boy.
32 bombs and the victory.
Peace.
Let's go. Should have
Let's
had
go.
37, but it's
Should've.
all good, baby.
All good.
Yeah.